carried out air defense of the facility. The calculation of the Pantsir-S combat vehicle timely detected an unmanned aerial vehicle of the armed forces of Ukraine. There were competent actions. They prevented a strike on the defended object. They destroyed the target by firing one missile, according to the tactical and technical characteristics. This drone is an attack drone and carries a warhead in a high-explosive, unguided missile. The reaction time of the combat vehicle on the shell is 3 to 4 seconds. This machine is designed to destroy such drones. Competent calculation actions made it possible to shoot it down in a timely manner and prevent a blow to the defended object.
Внимание, пуск по готовности.
Готов. Внимание, пуск!
Сход есть, набор наблюдаем.
First of all, we are carrying out the task of identifying poorly camouflaged and heavily camouflaged enemy positions of the armed forces of Ukraine. Nationalist battalions, in order to further defeat them, it goes to the exploration and exploration. According to our calculations, about 20 large objects were discovered during the special operation, about 10.12 objects of the enemy's multiple launch rocket system batteries. We're trying our best. There is a lot of work. The work is serious, interesting, and the calculations are coping with it. Opposition from the enemy of electronic warfare was systematically noticed. The enemy had interception attempts. There were no losses from the drones of our calculation. About a week ago, we received a call from a higher level team. Actions have been taken according to my calculations. We moved into a given square. They flew into populated areas. They stood up from different angles to discover the enemy's technique. As a result, after 20 minutes had passed, we still found this battery, which was preparing to deploy opening fire on the positions of our troops. These coordinates were immediately transferred to the higher command. It was decided to open fire. We were given the task of correcting the fire of our artillery. 5 minutes later, the first salvo was seen. The first volley didn't go that far. As a result, one unit of the enemy's equipment was shot down. The enemy quickly discovered their loss. They began to move in order to hide from the fire. They drove through populated areas, not observing any traffic rules. They scattered oncoming vehicles along the way. Barriers at the entrances to industrial zones were knocked down a couple of times. As a result, after 20 minutes, they stood on the outskirts of the city. We disguised ourselves and drove into a small forest. Since we led them all the way, we watched them. The coordinates were immediately transferred to the higher command for a decision to defeat. A decision was made and we were given the task to readjust the fire. After a while, they opened fire. The explosions went down very well for such a caliber. Another piece of equipment was hit. Then they all got into the armor and left. We started escorting them again. It's all the same. They crossed 2 settlements, including a large highway. A very large number of cars and equipment were damaged. 2 structures were also damaged. Fences and corners of buildings were demolished. As a result, they ran away from us for 3.4 hours. We drove 30 to 32 kilometers away from the place. They fell into place. We thought it was over, but nevertheless we watched them. We have transmitted the coordinates, the joint actions of our troops, the multiple launch rocket system, and our barrel artillery opened fire. The target was completely hit and the task was completed. We reported to the higher command. They were transferred to objective control. The target was hit. I am completely confident in my calculation. I'm more confident than I am in myself. The technique is reliable. The equipment is working. The service is carried out on time. The most important thing is to keep an eye on all the equipment. I am sure that we will cope with the task at 100%. We will make every effort to accomplish this task.